On this broadcast, we talk about Biafra. We talk about the emancipation of a great black nation that involves the Igbo people. The Igbo people, they are tribes that cut across the coastal line, the bight of Biafra, whether it is Delta, whether it is Rivers, whether it is Bayelsa, whether it is Edo. There is a nation that is calling on its people. This nation is rising from the east. The sun is setting from the east, and we are going to, in our lifetime, see this nation come into, yes, life. We are going to experience it. Yes, latest report, Simon Ekpa has asked South African government not to get involved in the fight for a liberation of a people that have been set back for a longer time than a generation. The South African forces, the Nigerian government, they are seeking collaboration with the South African forces to undermine the agitation for Biafra. That is the word I'll use, to undermine the agitation for Biafra. Yes, we see that this nation is rising and people are coming to the consciousness of it. And forces from every angle are rising to undermine that agitation. When we look at the current military structure in Nigeria, you will see that it has been compromised by elements that don't want the emancipation or the good thing that should happen in Nigeria and other nations attached to Nigeria. Look at what is happening in the north. Look at what the military are doing in the north. When they get to a place whereby they can attack these bandits and overpower them, they get a call from whoever that is on top that they should stop at that point. This is revealed by a governor, a Muslim, if not a Fulani, a governor of Zamfara state, came out helplessly. He spilled the beans. He exposed the powers that be. He exposed those that are sabotaging the fight against terrorism in the north. He exposed them. So the military, the structure of the military, Nigerians don't trust the structure of their military. Because when we, in the south, when you deploy these guys to the south, I see some of them around Lagos. You see them very, very unprofessional people, and they have a certain name. They belong to a certain region. And when they act unprofessionally, they are uncultured. They, at every given opportunity, destroy your human right. They infringe on your human right. The army we have, those that are supposed to protect the territorial integrity of the country. Why I am saying this about the Nigerian army is because for a longer time, the activities of these guys have made Nigerians lost hope in the army. They have made Nigerians lost hope in the army. If an army comes to this area, we are not safe. In a normal society, we need to be safe. If policemen are deployed to an area, if the EFCC or DSS or military whatever are deployed to an area, people are not safe. In fact, people are safe with armed robbers than the police, than the military. It is not supposed to be like that. And naturally, what do you expect? People will be hostile to these military guys. They will be hostile to these policemen. They will be hostile to these guys on EFCC and whatever. Of recent, look at the operations of the SC captured by camera. People have been raising alarm on how the EFCC come into their buildings, steal their properties, loot the items, and go away. The AFC will come out and they debunk it because Nigerians are naturally lying. Nigerian politicians are natural liars. And that lie, they instill it in all the institutions of government. The institutions of government. For instance, if I'm a politician, okay, I'm the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I use lie to get into power. The people I appoint are people like me, that at every given opportunity, they will lie. So the EFC, for some time now, they have not been consistent with the truth. If not for that camera that captured them in one of their operations, they will have debunked it and lied against Nigerians. The military we have in Nigeria, Nigerians don't trust them. They don't represent the interest of the people. Instead, they are aggressive on people. There are people that have told me how they are being robbed by security officers, officials. So if there's an agitation in the southeast, and the Nigerian military deploy their militiamen and they go to the southeast, they form roadblocks, they extort the citizens, infringe on their rights. The presence of the government, the military represent the government. They represent the government wherever they find themselves. So when the government comes to a vicinity, they start infringing on the rights of the people. Extort, kidnap, and kill people. Look at what happened in SARS. Look at how the government denied serially. Nothing happened. While there are some people arrested in custody till today, the government denied that people were not in custody. Look at how lies. When you start lying to your people, naturally they don't believe you. Naturally, they don't want to participate in anything that concerns you. Naturally, they are hostile and aggressive to you. That is the state of the Nigerian military and also other security forces. Oil bunkering, Nigerian military have been accused severally. You say a vessel is missing, a ship is missing. On the territorial waters, we only have the Navy that covers the territorial waters. How will a ship, a full ship, be missing in the full glare of the Navy that Nigerian taxpayers, the natural resources of the nation, is being used to fend for this, for the welfare of this? They pay this guy salary, they pay their remuneration, they service the Navy, and all the Navy does is to assist hoodlums and criminals and politicians to steal the nation's wealth. We invest our money for you to steal from us. These are the way Nigerians look at you people that are security officials in Nigeria. When you abduct somebody, you abuse them, you infringe on their rights, you assault them without any provocation, you don't let them express themselves. And these are people that the taxpayers' money, the natural resources from Nigeria and Nigerians, is used to sustain you, to protect them. The people that are supposed to protect them are the people attacking those that they are supposed to protect. I'm trying to make this clear. The Nigerian military compromised on both sides. Everybody knows that agitation for a state that will give equity, fairness, and justice is God's given right. Self-determination. And the Nigerian government, how they infringe on the rights of their own citizens, are doing the same thing to agitators. The IPOB never used weapons, but it is the action of the Nigerian government. How would you be peacefully protesting? Peaceful protest allowed within the law. Then after protesting, these guys will bring live bullets and gun you down for protesting and expect you not to be enraged. They expect you to just look at them. They expect you not to defend yourself. Is that not barbarism? The enemies of the Nigerian state, gradually, Nigerians are seeing the military, Nigerian military, as their enemies. I'm not making cases. I'm not making a case for criminals in Nigeria, whether it is the north, the south. I'm not making a case for them. I'm not making a case for unknown gunmen. What I'm saying is that Nigerian military needs to redeem its image. Over there in the southeast, it is believed that the Fulani are being deployed to the southeast, and every given opportunity, they maim and they kill and they destroy people. It is believed that insecurity in the southeast is being caused by the government. The government creates and make sure that place is not stabilized. I'm asking this question over and over again. How come 5 soldiers were killed? How come those that were killed are majorly Igbo people? How come those that killed those people passed through checkpoints? The checkpoint in Southeast is much more than every other region. As Buhari put it, the checkpoint in that place that you call Dot, that small place that you call Dot in a nation, is much more than every other region. How come these guys were able to pass through? You people have refused to be accountable for anything, and you expect people to respect you. When you ask the chief of army staff, how come? Because they will not allow journalists to do their job, investigate independent journalism. Everybody that is doing investigative journalism is a threat to the establishment. If you are an investigative journalist, you cannot work with a Nigerian government. They hate you. They hate you because the system is not designed to prosper. It's not designed to work. And they are denying it while we are seeing it before our eyes. South Africa, don't infringe on the rights of Nigerians. That is what I'm saying. Samuel Ekpa is saying that they should not be part of the atrocities that the Nigerian government is doing, because if you get a state, if at the end of the day we have Biafra, the relations that we are going to have with South Africa will be severed. We will not have good relations with South Africa because during our trying times, you came against us. You joined some people, some Fulani Islamic fundamentalists that are bent on destroying the nation Biafra, hiding under the guise of Nigerian military. You supported these people to come and cause havoc. So in the future, we are advising you, the South African government, in the future, don't join in any criminality. Don't join and infringe on the rights of people, abuse the rights of people. Every day, the rights of people are being abused in Nigeria. Very dark man went to this prison, and he came out and said 75 to 80% of the people in prison are innocent. Is that a country that will have good governance? Is that a country that your rights are protected? If your rights are protected, why will you be in prison for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, not being guilty of any crime at all? Why would you be? The failure of government, when the government fails, they expect you to bear the brunt. When a leader in Nigeria fails, he expects you to bear the consequences. When a leader takes a bad decision, they expect you to bear the consequence as a Nigerian. That is the reality of the country that we are in today. We are all dummies in their eyes. We are insignificant. The only people that are significant are their children, their family members, their political allies, their business associates, and the higher class. Those that is in the same cadre with them. Every other person is a dummy. Samuel Ekpa warning the South African government, in the future there will be a Biafra. Please don't get involved in atrocities on Biafra. Don't get in atrocities. Don't get involved in atrocities committed, or don't get involved in any atrocity that will be committed on Biafrans. Imagine most people cannot travel to the southeast, not because of unknown government, not because of the IPOB. It is because of the presence of the Nigerian military in the southeast, the militarization of the southeast. Aba, Abia State, saw the ray of hope. Development started coming. Now, these same guys that don't want development in the southeast attacked Abia State that was peaceful. 30th of May, soldiers were killed, and that warranted deployment of soldiers. While in the north, bandits are collecting levies from communities. It's not collecting levies from houses, communities and local governments. Bandits are sending people out of the village. I never thought that the Nigerian military could be this biased at this point in time. It is glaring to the world, and they don't care. It is about the interest of the people in power, in government, about the interest of the northern hegemony, interest of the United States, of the Western world, the interest. Because if you are going to fight these people, you need aggression to fight these people. Because these guys, they're not human beings. They don't have conscience. All they care is money and power and interest. They can sell their family for power. They can sell their nation for money. They can sell their friends for interest. These are the people we are facing. So this my message is not to Nigerian, no, the South African people. Please, the hope of Africa is coming from Biafra. Probably that name Biafra, it is in the name of, when they hear Biafra, IPOB, they feel so bad. They feel so bad, so pained. That's why he won whether it's a Zoom meeting on Twitter space. Somebody told the South people, don't allow these Igbo people achieve Biafra, because if they achieve Biafra, what Russia is doing to Ukraine, they will do to you. You are gaslighting the people. See, like I said, this Tinubu's regime is going to bring a very bad image to the Yoruba nation. The way people see the Yoruba people at this point in time, this Tinubu and his APC Ronu, the Ronu gang, the bygones in APC, they're going to bring a bad image. Because now, sometimes when you criticize President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, they think you have criticized Yoruba. Personally, I don't see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as a Yoruba man. But some of these guys are attaching him to the Yoruba people. The Yoruba people are people that are well read. They went to school. An average Yoruba person, an average Yoruba elite child, if your father has money, they have different degrees. They have MSc, BSc, PhD. They are well read. They can present their certificate. They can trace their identity. So I don't see Tinubu as a Yoruba person. So if you want to bring in the Tinubu factor into the Yoruba national heritage image, it is your problem. Because at the end of the day, people see you as they see Tinubu. The antecedent, the perception people have about Tinubu, they will now have for the Yoruba nation. So that person on that space was not saying all sorts that they should fight against Biafra, because Biafra, if you allow Biafra come into fruition, my brother, it is unfortunate that bigotry has gotten deep. It's unfortunate that the hatred for the Igbo man has gotten beyond repair. It's like a broken bottle that have no mequatarism. Beyond repair, that's the bigotry. The Nigerian military, you have your common enemy. You have the greatest enemy you have is in the north. If not for the suppression of the Igbo man, who is going to call for Biafra? Nobody is really interested. If there's fairness, equity, and justice in Nigeria, or there's regionalism, people develop at their pace, because Igbos are people that like traveling, mingling with other societies. They would love to mingle with this as they are doing. They love to go out of their region. Nobody wants to. The Igbos don't really want to, let's come and stay in the south. No, it's because of the injustice being piloted by the Fulani hegemony, the Islamic fundamentalists that have taken over the military reins and structure in Nigeria. So this is a message, and that message is clear. South African government, don't join and carry out genocide on Igbos. Don't join and infringe on the rights of these young men. There are criminals in the southeast. The military can go after these criminals. Yes, they can go after the criminals. But the image the military has in the eyes of Nigerians, they're not good. The police is not good. It's not good. The FCC is not good. Nigerians don't rate because of what they do on a daily basis. They will stop at any opportunity to infringe on your rights. They don't know the law. They abuse the law. It is a party government. It's not a government of it's not a democratic. We are not. People are just tired of the country called Nigeria. Nigerians are suffering in the hands of these people. They created the problem. They expect Nigerians to bear to face the consequences instead of them that made the mistake. Instead of them to face the consequences, they expect Nigerians, when you met injustice on them, or for instance, I'm Igbo, you make things unfair, you make things difficult for me, and you expect me to keep quiet. That's what you, as the military officer, expect me to keep quiet and no. Let me just keep quiet. And the agenda of these people up there to suppress me, no, it's not possible. If you are being fair, there will not be any need for agitation. You are not being fair to the Southeasterners. You are not being fair. You are not being fair. Anything, it's clear, the handwritings on the wall. Shore said that the hatred for Igbos is in the DNA of every Nigerian. There's hate, and there's bound to be the actions taken by people who have hate in them. It's not good. So it is be wise for these South African people. Let them not join hands in this enfranchising, infringing on the rights of humans and humanity. Thank you.